Let me say something that banks will never tell you. Most people should not have a credit card. Not because credit cards are evil, not because they're illegal, not because rich people don't use them, but because the system is designed for you to lose. And before you type, "But millionaires use credit cards," relax, we'll get there. Today, I'm breaking down the brutal truth about credit cards, how they're engineered, why most people fall into the trap, and who actually should use them. Let's get into it. Credit cards feel harmless at first. You swipe, you walk away, you don't feel the money leaving. That's the trap. Studies consistently show that people spend more when using credit instead of cash. Why? Because paying with cash triggers pain in your brain. Swiping a card doesn't. Credit cards create emotional distance between you and your money, and that distance is dangerous. You tell yourself, "I'll pay it off later. It's only $200. I deserve this." But that $200 turns into $400 real fast when interest kicks in. And speaking of interest, let's talk about the monster, interest rates. Companies like Visa and MasterCard don't just make money from transactions. Banks make serious money from interest. Average credit card interest rates? Around 20 to 30%. That means if you carry a balance, you are paying 20 to 30% for the privilege of borrowing your own future money. Imagine investing at 25% guaranteed returns. That would be insane, right? Well, guess what? When you carry credit card debt, the bank is earning that against you. And here's the brutal truth. Credit card companies don't make money from disciplined people who pay in full every month. They make money from the majority who don't. You know the biggest scam? Minimum payment due. It sounds small, harmless, manageable, but it's a psychological trick. If you only pay the minimum on a $5,000 balance at 25% interest, you could be stuck for years, and you'll pay thousands in interest. But the statement doesn't scream that at you. It just says, minimum due $75. Feels safe, right? It's not. Minimum payments are designed to keep you in debt longer, because longer debt equals more profit for them. Here's something nobody talks about. Credit cards upgrade your lifestyle before your income does. You start buying better clothes, better gadgets, better restaurants, better vacations, because you can. But can doesn't mean should. Now you're living a lifestyle funded by future income. That creates pressure, and pressure leads to stress. And stress leads to more spending for comfort. It's a cycle. That's why so many people making $60K a year look rich, but are drowning in debt. Let's talk about the obsession with credit scores. Yes, a good credit score matters. Yes, it helps with loans. But somewhere along the way, people started thinking, I need to go into debt to build credit. That's backwards. You don't build wealth by borrowing money. You build wealth by keeping money. A high credit score just means you're good at managing debt. It does not mean you're financially free. There are people with 800-plus credit scores who are broke. Let that sink in. Now, let's be fair. Credit cards are tools, and tools aren't bad. In disciplined hands, they're powerful. If you pay your balance in full every month, track every expense, never carry a balance, use rewards strategically, treat it like a debit card, then yes, a credit card can benefit you. Cashback, travel points, fraud protection. But be honest with yourself. If you've ever missed a payment, carried a balance, bought something you couldn't afford, said, I'll figure it out later, You are exactly who the system is designed for. The real issue isn't math, it's behavior. Credit cards magnify bad financial habits. If you're impulsive, they make it worse. If you lack discipline, they expose it. If you're stressed, they become comfort. And most people, not all, but most, are not as disciplined as they think. That's the brutal truth. Banks don't need everyone to fail. They just need enough people to carry balances. And statistically, that's most people. So should you get a credit card? Ask yourself honestly, are you disciplined or are you emotional with money? Because if you're not 100% in control, a credit card won't build your life. It will quietly drain it. And nobody warns you because debt is profitable. If this opened your eyes, comment "brutal truth." And if you want a video on how to use credit cards the right way, let me know.